One more of these misjudgment things, then we're going to go on. Goldman Sachs.
Yeah.
You knew you were going to run for president, or you thought you might, or probably you were thinking about it. You had to be thinking about it as a possibility. Why did you do those? I don't.
Why do you have Goldman Sachs here?
Because they pay us.
They paid me.
Yeah, no, but there's a.
Look, again, I have.
Let's get serious. I know they paid you, but
yes,
and they paid you a lot.
Yes,
but
yes.
You didn't. You're not somebody who needed that money for the next week's shopping, and you knew you might have run. So why do it?
Well, I gave speeches to many, many groups. I spoke to camp counselors. I spoke to healthcare executives. I spoke to, just a wide range of groups, right? And not just in the United States, but particularly in Canada and a few other places. And I was a senator from New York. I knew these people, and I knew what they did for the economy, and I knew what they did to the economy. Mm-hmm. And I think that, speaking to them, raising questions, which I did in 2008 and 2009, people have no reason to know this, but in the 2008 campaign before the Iowa caucus, I actually ran an ad about the looming mortgage crisis. So I have to say, Walt, I never thought that anybody would throw out my entire career of standing up and speaking out and voting against and voting in favor of what I thought are good policies because I made a couple of speeches. And so when you're the Secretary of State, people want to hear what you talk about. The most common thing that I talked about in all those speeches was the hunt for bin Laden. That was, one of the central missions that I felt on from the time the towers fell on 9/11 as a senator from New York. And to be part of that, to be one of the very few people advising the president on that, that was a fascinating issue. And I thought I could tell that to a lot of different people. And, men got paid for the speeches they made. I got paid for the speeches I made. And it was used, and I thought it was unfairly used and all of that, but it was part of the background music.
So let's talk about, but it was used. I think when you